When we get to live, we're gonna share it all over.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right. It's coming on. It's about to be. It's making its way downtown, moving. We are live. Hey everybody, we are live on Facebook right now. This is Single on a Saturday night. Everybody, if you want to do your whole sharing thing, you can do so right now. Go on Facebook and share, 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 share. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Hi YouTube world.
Hello.
Hi Facebook world. I'm going to share this to Single on a Saturday night.
Let me see how this
Yup,
works.
it's all live. It's there.
All right.
All right, so everybody, welcome to Single on a Saturday night. We do this every fourth Saturday. Single on a Saturday night is a relationship talk show. We talk all things relationships. So whether you're in a situationship, relationship, single every night, not quite single, or if you're going through a battle between your heart and your head, is that what we're doing? A battle between your heart and your head. That's what we talk about right here on Single on a Saturday night. I am Shelly Williams, single on Saturday, never been married, no children. And I feel like I have a delay, but it's okay.
You still got your glasses on.
I do. Dang it. Hey y'all, that's all right. We're gonna keep it on today.
Looking good.
All right, so going next to is the next person is Vicky. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Vicky Nelson. That's all I have to say.
Aren't you married and married for how many years?
I forgot. Yeah, I'm married to Will Nelson, and he is the owner of Fresh Eye Cleaning, consultant and cleaning, and we do commercial property.
And you've been married for how long?
Oh, I forget about this. I'm sorry. 20 years. This year,
20 years.
July 15th, made 20 years.
Woo,
Yes.
all right, all right. They're the couple, that couple and Nikki and her husband, DJ Smooth, they're the couple, the ones that teach us all about relationships. DJ Smooth is right there. Oh, wait. Did you see that face? Look, there you go. DJ Smooth is in the house. All right, next up is the guy with the hat on. You're the only one with a hat on.
Oh, that would be me. Would that be me?
You.
The random black guy? My bad.
You talking about me?
I'm talking about you. I can't even see you, Kid Disco. I'm talking about the one with the fedora type hat on. Is that...
Okay, yeah. This is me, Snook Chaos. You know, the potty mouth dude. I'm just here for the sex talk. It's true. I mean, I'm here to hear people talk nasty.
That's what you're here for, the sex talk. Oh my!
I hear people talk nasty, talk dirty. You know, I love to cuss. I love to hear cussing and anything foul and nasty and disgusting and despicable. Talk about toys, butt plugs, and nipple clips and anything else. You asked, I told.
All right.
People blushing on here.
I probably am. Up next is our resident human sexuality therapist. Her name is Nikki. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Nikki Feld. I'm married. I have been married for over 21 years. I have known Shelly a long time. I am a mental health therapist. I do couples counseling and therapy. And believe it or not, sex toys are making a big comeback. And I find more and more I'm getting into couples' bedrooms. So, we just gonna go with it today. Today we're gonna talk about some fun toys and things that couples can share, because toys are just not for single people anymore.
And threesomes too.
All right, we're gonna get into the topic once we go ahead. DJ Smooth, you're up.
DJ Smooth. DJ Smooth. I'm sorry.
For all those listening at home on your TV right now, this is behind the scenes, so don't worry about those things. DJ Smooth, are you up? And if not, we're gonna go to Catrice Bailey. Unmute, yes.
So Smooth just walked off his screen onto hers. That was real cool, bro. I like that. That was like some old
right,
Hollywood
sure.
Squares or something.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, you didn't want to
So-
be in your own screen?
Nah, it don't matter. I was kind of working over there, so I wanted to get away from work so I could have a moment to think here.
Yeah, he just walked off the screen.
Plus the mic wasn't on. I ain't want to fiddle faddle with that. Her mic is working. So what am I asking?
Oh,
What's
you
your
were just
question?
introducing yourself, but that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. I'm sorry. My name is DJ Smooth. I've been DJing for a long time. I've been married for a long time. And I represent True Blue Productions. Check us out on the web, trueblueproductions.com. I spin everywhere, notably TGI Fridays on City Ave, as well as a few other spots in Delaware. And I'm a sex enthusiast. I'm very open-minded. I love life. I love living. I love to have a lot of fun. And I think I have a gift of making people feel good. I have the gift of making people feel good. And that's kind of what I use my gift for. I DJ and make people happy in their events and such. And this is my wife, Nikki. We've been together for 30 years. We've been married for 25. And
Stop telling people that.
She said 21.
I'm bragging. You hate it. I'm good. I'm good
That's
with
right.
that.
You keep
I
bragging.
look good for my age. I ain't hating on nothing. It's all
You do
good.
look good, and not just for your age. You look good. David, you're
A lot
next.
of sex keep you young.
Oh,
Sex and hip hop. That's my secret. Sex and
we're
hip
gonna
hop.
we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Look, this topic is about to start. David, you're
That's
next.
true.
You're on mute though.
You gotta unmute yourself.
See, this is different from being live at PGI Fridays, 4,000 City Ave, but it is open. So we're gonna go to Catrice while David unmutes his phone.
Hey everybody, it's Catrice from When Models Talk. Yes, I'm putting my plug in.
As you should, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a mother of 3, a model, and yeah, I'm interested in this topic. I wonder what a lot of people gonna say.
I can't imagine. I don't imagine. All right, Antoinette, you're up. Are you frozen?
Can you hear me?
It's a little shaky, but I can hear you.
Okay. I keep getting cut off. Hi, y'all. I'm Antoinette Lee, single. I'm a mother of a grown son, 33 years old. I'm still looking for love, and I'm open to meeting people. And I'm interested in hearing more about this topic today.
Oh, shucks, we ready to go with this topic. Up next is He's the Man. And right now we are live over the radio right now on thegrownfolksradio.com. So not only are we all over the internet, we are also on thegrownfolksradio.com. It is also recording live. So are you ready? The man, the legend. Are you ready?
Who, me?
That great introduction. You want to say who, me?
My bad.
Oh my
He
God.
knew you was lying.
Well, you already introduced me. I'm I'm DJ Kid Disco, the random black guy. The potty mouth of the crew.
Right.
You got a lot of potty mouths today, huh?
Me, Shelly and I actually are partners and business partners. I mean, we own the station together, and I'm the podcast guy. I do all the podcasts, I do all the technical, I do all the stuff, the hard to figure out stuff.
I think everybody sleep today. I don't know. We're gonna get these intros
Disco,
together.
you sound like you need to blow your nose.
I probably do.
Oh my gosh, this is live all over this. He said that was Mr. Snook Chaos.
That was my bro. I just tell my bro he sound like he got boogies.
You got put in. All right. And up next, our guest for today, she's hailing all the way from St. Louis adjacent.
St. Louis.
St. Louis in the house. She is Ebony, just Ebony. She is a doctor, and she's bringing us our topic today. and she's going to talk all about that stuff. Now, see, I heard that she's a doctor, a sex doctor. So, Ebony, welcome to Single on a Saturday Night. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. I am the doctor. I do have a entertainment company called The Operating Room, ENT. So I will be the doctor for you regarding sex, love, relationships. I also have a radio podcast, comes on every Sunday night from 8 to 9 on mycitymymusic.com. I am a director in the International Podcast Alliance. So today we're going to get into the fight between your head and your heart. When your head is telling you to leave, but your heart kind of says stay, but I love him. And you know it's time to go. We're going to figure out what exactly are the steps you need to take to go ahead and leave out of a bad relationship. So that's what we're going to break down today. I am a sex therapist. I'm also a sex enthusiast. And I just want to make sure that everybody has happy, healthy, fun, maximum orgasms. And that's my goal for everybody.
All right. Now, see, the difference is when you talk about the fight between your head and the heart, most of us here, well, not most of us.
Is it the vagina? Is it the vagina making all the decisions? That's where we go wrong. We can't let the vagina make all of the decisions. She's a very, very powerful asset. So sometimes she tends to control our decision making. But we have to do something different. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And Shelly, I heard what you said earlier. I am the one that's famous for making the move called tonsil gargle the tip. So that's how I kind of got started and got famous. But yeah, so if anybody wants to learn,
wait. Okay, let's expound on that. Tonsil gargle the what?
Tonsil gargle the tip. So that's a finishing move that I like to do in the bedroom. So absolutely, if you guys have any questions about that, definitely let me know. But yeah,
that's now. We want to know more about it. We're gonna.
I want your card.
You got a question about it now, but it's exactly what it sounds like. You have to take the tip of the penis and you got to get it all the way down, and you have to just gargle with it. I swear the sensation that it provides for a man and the reaction that you're going to get from your mate is going to be awesome. It's called my stalker creator. That's what I call that move.
Wow.
Down here?
So wait a minute, when you say get it.
Wait a minute. You read my mind. Okay. As wonderful as that sounds, in my mind, if I start doing that, he's going to expect that like all the time.
Can you even breathe like that?
You're definitely going to create a stalker.
No, that's too much.
Wait a minute. We have a married couple that's saying he's asking. My thing is, you're saying that you're gargling with it, so that means you're cutting off your air passage.
No, you're definitely going to be able to breathe, but it's going to be a controlled breathing. So you're going to take sips of breath.
Apparently, she is not used to cutting off her air supply during sex at all.
How do you even discover you have that skill?
All right, so let me hear
power or something, man.
Wait, let's hear how you do it. I need the instructions. Go ahead.
No, it really takes practice, especially if you have a gag reflex. Some women don't, so they can do way more tricks. But guess what? Your body can do anything you train it to do. So all it takes is a little bit of practice. So you definitely have to work at it if you have a gag reflex. But you definitely need to control your breathing, and you're going to have to take a little air in at a time. And you're going to have to take a little air out. But it's a very, very effective tool when doing it. Yes, it does create stalkers. I have 3 of them to this day.
3.
I have 3. Yeah, well, you can't do this finishing move to everybody. You can't do it to everybody because it is very, very powerful. Yeah, it's very, very powerful. So I don't recommend you being single on a Saturday night and you just going out and doing it to everybody. No, absolutely not. Pick somebody that's very worthy. That's
well, if you do that on a Saturday night and you're single, when you get finished, you won't be single the next Saturday night.
You'll be probably pregnant too. I don't know. You gotta be careful.
That's not true. That move might have him coming back for that, but that don't necessarily mean he's gonna come back to be
for a relationship.
Your relationship. That's the thing. Sex. We always know sex does not keep a person. It does not. So let's discuss the correlation between your head and your heart and I don't think any of us are in a relationship like that where we're battling between our head and our heart. But if anybody is, I believe Snook Chaos. I'm not gonna put you out there or anything, but I think you've been in that situation.
No, I wasn't in that situation. My heart didn't give a damn. I just left.
No, you stayed a long time, and you felt that you could have and should have left.
I don't think it was so much the heart, more so than, you know, I don't know. I want her to describe what she was talking about. I went and got my supplies, and I didn't have a church sock, so I just don't use a regular one. But they dress socks. This is advanced repair, so you don't mess up no.
What supplies would you need for this move? I would like to know.
Yeah, just
say that one more time, Nikki.
I said, what supplies would he need for this move? I would really like to know, because maybe I'm not understanding what the doctor was saying, because in my mind, I didn't know we needed supplies. Maybe me, for that gag reflex.
I needed supplies because she actually not here, so I was just going to imagine she was.
He just brought the supply. You don't need anything. Only thing we need is a lot of saliva. That's it. That's all you
go. So I am understanding you. Okay.
We're okay.
Okay.
All right. So he's got
them salivary glands.
All right. So he's got that. So if you are,
it's a good thing with Halloween coming up, because that's a lot of tricks and treats, that kind of thing.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Are you saying that, man? I'm asking. Are you saying this is something that you would want from your significant other? You want us to practice that kind of thing? And I'm asking the men that are in relationships, which are the ones that are in relationships that want to talk about that.
I mean, yeah, I don't see a brother not wanting that. If you're gonna swallow the tree, just don't forget the fruit too. Just get it all. Just get all. Yeah, hell yeah. I see why they got people stalking. She got 3.5 stalkers.
But 3 stalkers that she know about, because the other ones are shy.
Ain't no such thing as a shy stalker. What is a shy stalker?
What is a shy stalker? Understand, everybody, we are live over the grownfolksradio.com. We are also on television. So let's get these questions directed to what they are so we can be in succinct. Let's welcome some of our guests that came on. Jay Monet, the inspirational, motivational comedian. And we have Mr. Daydon Talbert. He is a relationship expert as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, all.
I love your hair. You just walked into a conversation. We were talking to Ebony, the doctor from the Operating Room Entertainment, and she mentioned a move that we should all maybe try if we're in a relationship and we want to keep the man, right? And it's called, say that again, Ebony.
It's called the tonsil gargle the tip.
Exactly.
What is that?
Tonsil, it's actually exactly what it sounds like. You have to get the tip of the guy's penis all the way down, right? And you're just simply gonna gargle. That's it. The sensation that it provides for the guy is totally awesome. And it actually, the reaction you get from the guy, they'll be doing anything you tell them. Guarantee you.
Well, if any women need a place to rehearse or whatever, I'm having rehearsals at my house.
It's called practice. Practice, not rehearsal.
I'm actually not practicing rehearsal. My goal, and when I learn all this stuff, when we start talking about sex toys and things like that, I'm going to learn all this for my husband, because I'm not doing anything until I get married. I'm innocent.
Oh, Lord.
That's all right, because the Bible says the bed is undefilable. So you learning all now so you can act the fool later. It's all right.
Right.
I mean, the bed is undefilable. I'll do it on the floor. I don't care.
See, Ebony, I had a question. What about the gag reflex? I mean, how do you prevent?
Well, if you have, and a lot of people have a gag reflex. I do too. So guess what? You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to train it. But you know, you're not going to. You can't choke and breathe at the exact same time. So you're going to have to take in a little bit of air. If you feel yourself choking, take in a little bit of air, because you can't do both at the same time. Your throat won't allow you to. You have to do one or the other. So you're going to have to train yourself, which means you're going to have to do a little more practicing than, women that don't have a gag reflex. They got it easy, so we have to work a little bit harder, which is fine, because when you're with your man, guess what? You want to work hard for him, right? You want to please him, right? So you're going to learn, you're going to practice.
Go ahead, me making some phone calls. I'm about to make some phone calls and line some practice up.
All right, so when we talk about practice, let's get into what I think that we can do. Now, if you don't have a man and you can't practice physically, right? Are there any sex toys that you can use to practice with? Nikki, you have some sex toys that you understand and work with. So is there a sex toy you can work with to practice?
Okay, well, I didn't know that I was going to demo some sex toys for a particular event, because I would have bought something different. As soon as she said practice, I mean, me and my foodie self, I automatically thought about food that I would practice on. I wouldn't practice with a sex toy or dildo.
You wouldn't?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
a dildo can't scream and holler.
I think food, but you want it as close to the real thing as possible. So I recommend the dildo first, but either will work. Food works too.
But since you did one of the dildos, I wanted to talk about my glass dildos a little bit. And you know what? It just might work, because a lot of people, when they're thinking about sex toys, they want it real as possible. But I like my glass, old-fashioned glass. And let me tell you why. Number one, it's not porous. It's easy to keep clean. And, it's just like art. It's glass. It's almost like I can set this out somewhere. It's pretty. You see?
Beautiful.
Okay.
I just want to watch.
We got the doctor here. Another thing about glass is, because I'm thinking we could practice with this, right? Okay.
Definitely practice with that.
One thing I like about glass is temperature. You can heat it up. You can cool it off to get different sensations. So again, I wasn't thinking about that particular move, but
I can't imagine. I'm sorry. Like, seriously.
You don't like an American Music Award right there.
But wait, it is like my thing is, you're saying you can practice with that. You're telling me you can put that at that size in your mouth to practice with.
No, Shelly, you don't start with that. You start by practicing with as much as you can do, and
you don't have to take in. As much.
You don't want to kill yourself right away.
Like glass.
Yeah, I've never seen a glass.
I wouldn't practice with glass either. Personally, I would be a pro by that point.
See, that's the whole thing.
First of all, I can put it down as far or as not far as I want. It's the shape. Like she said, you want to get as close.
You really don't want to have to explain that to a paramedic either.
Well, I don't think it's gonna break or cause any fractures or anything.
Like how you got a glass dick stuck in your throat. You don't want to explain that.
First of all, if you got a glass dick stuck in your throat, that's the least of your problems. Trying to explain how it got there, you ain't getting it.
I'm just saying, like,
you're gonna be happy though, Lord. You're funny.
Wait a minute, folks. We're on the radio and we're on TV.
Okay. A glass shaboinka. You can't explain how you got a glass shaboinka stuck in your throat. The word for the day is shaboinka.
I was getting ready to say it. I feel like we forgot where we were for a second, but I still think the conversation is necessary when it comes to being a couple. And if you've been together for a long time, should you introduce toys? Should you introduce toys? Is it a good thing to introduce toys if you've been in a relationship for a long time? Ebony?
I say the communication is number one. So you want to get that information pretty much up front. Not necessarily if you've been in a relationship a long time. Everything that I like, especially in the bedroom area, because it's a very important thing. I need to be conveying that to my mate pretty much at the beginning of the relationship. That way we'll know if we're even compatible, in a sense. But yeah, if you definitely like sex toys in the bedroom, that's something that you should be telling your mate up front. Communication is key. So they should already know that going in.
But why do you need? I mean, just wondering, why do you need sex toys in your relationship anyway?
For the spice. I was in a relationship for 15 years. I've been divorced now for a year. Now I'm single. Hey.
Oh, why are you only been single for a year?
I've only been single for a year, yeah. But it spices things up. When you've been with somebody for that long, you don't want to do the same routine things over and over again. You definitely have to shake some things up when you've been with somebody for an extremely long amount of time. So it's really just to kind of add spice.
To add spice. So, Victoria, you've been married for a lot of years. Do you?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about using sex toys?
No, and my husband, no, he doesn't like them, and I never thought about it. I'm not a fan of them myself. So we're good with that. We both don't like them, so we don't do them.
You said you don't like them. So
okay, so you know what I'm gonna say as a married person over here. I'm not.
I know. I'm coming back to you.
I'm like, we gotta do what we need to do. My whole thing is try something, and if you don't like it, it goes a long way to be like, nah, I tried it, I didn't like it, or I tried something else and I didn't like it. Some of the best times I've had in my life have come from experiences that I didn't think I was gonna like, but because I'm a team player and I'm thinking, well, I won't die. You know, I'm gonna try it.
My woman don't never have that attitude when you mention three.
Wait.
How come it's always got to be? I hear so many people saying, "Well, that ain't my husband," or "I tried with my husband," or "My husband." Why can't you just try it? Why do you have to be married to try it? I heard that so many times.
What I'm saying is, if I'm gonna be gargling on somebody, it's not gonna be somebody that's just
be a random
a body I picked up randomly. You gotta be comfortable with this person.
But I agree with Dave. Are you comfortable enough to have sex?
You don't know where the relationship gonna go.
Exactly.
No, you definitely don't want to pull your tricks out the bag. No. You definitely don't want to pull your tricks out of the bag for anybody or for just a random. When you're doing things like that, that's acts of nature. A woman that really does give good head, it comes from the heart. So they have to.
What you talking about is going to reach the heart.
It comes from the heart. It's not a physical thing. I practice, I work, I learn. You know, you got to figure out the guy, figure out what he likes, and you have to give him what he likes. That's the best way to do it. You can't just be randomly giving everybody all the cards that you hold.
No. Give them something though. I mean, how much do it take to relax all your muscles?
Listen, most people when they have sex, they are so focused on the physical. Y'all might be having pleasure, but y'all missing so much more to sex. When you get that intimacy and that connection going on with that physical, you doing things that you never even thought you would do. And when you think about it, you get embarrassed, like, oh, that's what happened. But again, you gotta have that connection. Look, and speaking of connection, this connection prettier. Look at this. Glass.
It's so much better. It's so much better.
Why do you like glass? I mean,
it's not that I like glass. Today, I wanted to focus on something different because most of the time when people think about sex toys, they think about something dirty or they think about something that's in the gutter or something that is anatomically correct. But you can get into so many different things when you talk about sex toys. Like, to me, this is a conversation piece. You know, now to end up down my throat.
Beautiful.
But again, it didn't start out that way.
That looked like a space age weapon.
Listen, speaking about weapons, I used to joke about this all the time. If ever a guy is trying to attack somebody in a rape situation, if you take out big behind dildos and start waving it around, it will give them pause.
That's correct.
That could be the worst thing that ever happened to a man, to get his behind whooped with a shaboinky. I could not tell nobody that I got beat down with a shaboinky.
It works.
I just can't know.
Not even gun violence.
You didn't really hit me with it because I'm not gonna want it to touch me there at this point. You know, I ain't gonna want to touch no vases in your house, drink no glasses out of the glass. I don't know.
I'm not understanding where that came from, but I understand that you can use that. But I'm sorry, when I look at that glass, I don't want no parts of that. I'm sorry, that doesn't do anything for me. A glass, thingamajig, shaboinka, don't do. I don't see that.
It looked like a hookah, like a hookah.
Yeah, it looks like a hookah.
So,
Well, I
Sally,
don't see a hookah.
have
If
you
I did, I
tried
wouldn't know
one?
more.
Have I tried one?
Have you tried one?
I haven't tried any sex toys. None.
Okay, then I'm just saying, different strokes for different folks. You won't know what you like until you try it. You could just say, I haven't tried that.
Jelly keeps saying she never tried that. When she do something, somebody gonna give her input.
Now you know this is nasty.
I have some input.
Okay, from my perspective, like my name is Jacqueline. How you doing, everybody? I'm Jay Monet's daughter, youngest daughter, baby girl. What I wanted to say about the glass, I never tried it myself. However, I have tried the jade dildos and stuff like that. So, Mom, stop it, because my mom right here. We never talked about stuff like this.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Breathe
it's
and
just
talk.
like
Breathe and talk.
I used to dance. So, I mean, like girls that get their bodies done and it's all about the fantasy and the look and stuff like that. When it comes to sex, I feel like, you know, you really build your body for sex, and especially the hips and certain, you know, that part. Anyway, with the gag reflex, like you said, it does take practice, and, you know, you have to really be in the mindset and in the mindset of pleasing your partner and of pleasing yourself, because I mean, honestly, you actually get kind of wetter, you know, from all that gagging, because you get more excited. It's a mouth above, like it's a mouth below, you know, you have lips up here, you have lips down there. So about the glass, I feel like the glass is a little bit better than the silicone to some extent, because it goes exactly where you want it to go. It's not going to bend, it's not going to move or anything like that. That joint is sturdy. So it's really about your placement of where, you know, you're putting where you're putting it, you know?
This is quickly becoming the best day of my life. Go ahead.
But you know, I think
stuff like that, they butt is all the way up here. However, their vagina hole is like all the way up there too, you know, kind of. So it's like, it's a certain way of, I mean, they're getting surgery for that stuff, a lot of them. However, when you naturally build that up, it's like you'll just, you know, it's a body thing. It's a whole physical body thing. It's a mental thing. So it's a great thing. It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing.
Go ahead.
It's natural.
I'm gonna need permission to you know, take that like, little piece at the end.
That is amazing that you can speak so candidly in front of your mother and
feel everything moving, including the wind. However, no, I appreciate that she has the knowledge and the respect, and she's learning and understanding. So it can't be nothing better than that versus her just being out here doing anything. She has a great mindset, and with her being a vegan, she's all about keeping her body in shape and her mind in shape. And plus, she only has sex with other vegans, and ain't too many of them out there, so it's all right.
But you can't be no vegan if you out there doing that, because it's so gonna be some meat involved.
No, that's not true.
There's gonna be some meat involved, man.
I meet more and more ladies that are like, they're vegan, and they're like, if I don't put it in my mouth, like, nope, I don't want none of that. They don't
That's
want
what
no
she
part.
says.
I know men that have changed their diet because of these women.
So you saying that you only that vegans only will date vegans and because of what's going
They will
on?
only have sex with other vegans.
Right. That's the basis of it. However, you know, if he not, and you know, he's that type of guy, he's deserving of me, and I'm deserving of him, you know, because sex, it's really a whole different other, you know, it's an exchange of energy. Now, if he a boss, I need some of that boss energy. I don't want no lame nigga energy.
You gotta do some disgusting stuff for me to give up chicken.
It's so much
You
larger
gotta be
than,
real
you know, just
disgusting
liking
for me to
somebody or
give
the way
up
they look
chicken.
or
I'm just
something like
saying.
that. Like, no, we're not doing that. What you about? What's your work ethic like? Like, what type of father would you be? What type of man are you? Like, I need that. Like, I need to be impressed. I need to be impressed.
She want to follow her. She gives me hope for a generation.
She does give hope for the next generation.
She does.
That's what she was raised by that queen.
You can
I know
taste
that's
different
right.
things.
I'm looking to be, you know, wise and beautiful like you women. So that's all. Listening and learning. And then
You
teaching
living and
my
learning and
kids.
you teaching. You just taught something in that moment.
That's right. I'm glad.
Thank you, honey. So, Ebony, you were saying something?
Oh, I was saying vegans, a lot of times they only have sex with vegans, or even not even that, but you can tell if you taste, let's say you taste the semen from your mate, and maybe you're dating somebody else and their diets are two different diets, you can taste the difference in the semen. So I absolutely understand that why vegans only have sex with other vegans. You can taste the different diets in their bodily fluids.
But I'm delicious. I drink a lot of pineapple juice. I'm very delicious.
Delicious.
For y'all to know that I drink plenty of pineapple juice.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is something I'm learning. So, what advice can you give us single people? We're talking about our head or mind, and then we're talking about sex toys. We are really single. Some of us are really, really single, like single, like single every day, just single.
Yeah.
So
I'm you can leave your flip flops at my house single.
Oh,
okay. So what's
different though? What's COVID single? You
Yeah,
can't even
COVID
be close
single.
to
You could be
nobody.
COVID single.
You can't even be close to nobody. You gotta really trust them.
I don't know if you can even trust anybody. If they've been in this world and they've been out and about, then I'm kissing with a mask on or something, because I'm not doing it.
Right. I had a couple masks at the gym.
I'm gonna just come to Philly and find my next husband. I don't know if my next husband is here in St. Louis where I'm at.
Well,
The next husband.
I would say come on over to Philly just to visit, but I've been here for a lot of years. I have not, I'm not married on any night. Never been married, so but you may have a better experience.
I don't know. It's a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I definitely would do it again, but I want the commitment though. I don't need it to be necessarily government sanctioned, which is a whole nother conversation, but I'm looking for a lifelong partner basically. So I would definitely be interested in some sort of marriage again. So I may have to come out there, Shirley.
I mean, you are welcome. Hey, welcome coming to Philly, but she said government sanctioned. So what why would you do it differently than before? Not government sanctioned this time.
Not government sanctioned. Again, mainly because I'm looking for more of the actual commitment. I'm not looking to be politically correct for anybody's agenda or anybody's religion necessarily. I'm looking for a partner with my business, a partner with how we take care of our family, a partner with our household. I'm looking for a lifelong partner. That's the commitment I want. So I'm okay with having a commitment ceremony. I don't necessarily have to change my last name again. I've done that already. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a government sanctioned thing, but I'm looking for a lifelong partner where we have structure and we have rules and we have consequences to our rules and we're responsible and we hold each other accountable and there's plenty of love and just kind of chemistry there that's undeniable. So that's what I'm looking for.
So since you've only been single for a year, have you partaken in any of the sex toys and what type of sex toys have you tried?
I have not used any sex toys. I'm not into them as much. I definitely need that man right there. I don't mind bringing sex toys in the bedroom with him, but I really don't use them by myself. Generally, I use a vibrator if I do, or I use anal beads. But those are the only two I really use.
Anal beads.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Okay, so let's talk about
You don't know about the shower head?
Huh?
I know about the shower head.
Come on, a fresh woman.
Yeah, I know about the shower head. That's awesome. Don't get me wrong, that's awesome. But again, I need that man. I'm very much into men. The way they lead, the way they smell, the way they make me feel, the way they treat me. I very much would like a man on top of me. So the toys, the shower heads, it gets the job done, but it still leaves me wanting a little bit more. So I don't dabble in them as much.
When you
But
talk
I wanted
about
to
that
ask
shower
Yolanda.
head, when you talk about that shower head, we talked about that a bit earlier. That's that physical. You're not going to get any intimacy from that shower head. It's just going to be, like a Chevrolet. Nothing wrong with a Chevrolet. Going to get you there from point A to point B. But some people want a Lamborghini. I'm just saying, they all go get you where you need to go, but how are you going to get there?
It's the experience, basically, for me. It's the experience.
Yes.
I want to ask Yolanda. I know Yolanda's in the car right now, but Yolanda, how do you feel about sex toys in religion or in single people? I mean,
what? Girl, we can have toys too. Stop it. I think that everything. Hi, baby. You. Anything, you know, I feel about sex in the confines of marriage. That's my personal belief. However, in your bedroom with your man, you know, get it. Don't stop.
Anything goes.
You find the best ones in the church. They the ones do all the nasty stuff.
No, I understand.
Wait, let me just say this. The young lady that she spoke so well. I just want to applaud her for being so knowledgeable of everything that she does. I appreciate it. She gives me hope for the younger generation as well. But it's like we just because we love Christ don't mean we don't love sex. God created sex. You hear me? And you gotta know your body. And you got to know how to please your man. Don't be sitting there thinking it's just missionary style. We going to do some stuff, okay?
Man, you better preach that word, girl.
And if
you better say that.
On your penis.
For real, just like they study the Bible, they better be studying their body, their man, how to please them, how you want to be pleased, be able to conversate, communicate your needs. Come on, you know me, Shirley. I'm all about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Who the first one y'all call when it feel good? Jesus.
Listen, times are changing. People in the church are starting to ask for, you know, my type of classes because a lot of people who went to the church were never really taught. And again, listen, y'all married. Have some fun.
But you know what? It's real, yo. It's real what you said. I get a lot of them. I talk to a lot of them. They think they was you know swinging from the chandelier in the world. And they feel like God have a problem with them swinging from the chandelier. He made that chandelier too. Swing, baby.
No, that's right.
No, I agree with everything.
Do you know how many inboxes I get from church people? Even my mom's church friends. Sorry, guys. Even my mom church friends will inbox me and say, "Hey, I have a question." Okay, and I'm going to answer it for them because everybody needs to know about their bodies and about sex. Everybody has questions about it, and a lot of times the older generation, we didn't have anybody to talk to. My mother to this day wouldn't dare talk to me about sex. So we still need to learn too. Well, how do you learn if nobody's teaching? You know, it doesn't really make sense. So we definitely have to figure out a way. We have to learn each other. We have to learn ourselves and our own body and know how that works. To even know how to instruct somebody else to please me, I have to know my own body. So definitely education.
That I'm noticing with the up and coming generation, they have a lot of information. They are overloaded on information.
Access to
tell me about everything, but it's that practical application that they're missing. Like you can read about scuba diving all you want until you get yourself in that suit and get underwater. You got to experience this thing, and we can't let social media and other people tell us about our body. We have to start learning the correct way.
Absolutely. You know what? That's the reason why I really wanted to do this. I know as a Christian in the church and everything, I feel that I should learn because if I'm sitting here year after year after year after year, not married, not having sex, I feel like I should learn and I should hear and I should understand what it's like because when I get married, I want it to be a good marriage. I want it to be a great marriage. And I want to make sure that I'm prepared for what's going to happen. I want to be prepared. And if I got to learn how to do the gag and everything or all that stuff, I want to learn not because I'm promoting, not me personally, not because I'm promoting sex. I'm promoting the fact that I think that Christians, anybody should learn what it's like. You should learn these things.
You gotta get out there and get some practice. Or that thing gonna close up like an earring.
Look, let me finish what I'm saying, man. Anyway,
that thing gonna close up like an earring.
Look, I'm gonna mute you. Gonna mute you, man. Gonna mute you, man. All I'm saying is we got to learn. I'm not gonna close up. It's okay. We good.
We'll be fine. It's not gonna close up. Your hymen is not gonna grow back. It may feel that way, but that's not gonna happen. You'll be fine.
You'll be like an earring hole. You're gonna have to get it pierced all over again.
But there are exercises you can do to keep that girl right and tight.
But that's what I want to learn. That's the goal of all of this, to learn. And I wanted to present this. Nikki left this. So I feel like this might be an appropriate time to open it. So I'm going to let everybody talk. Should I be opening it during this conversation, Nikki?
Open it.
It looks like glass.
Sure, why not? You still have that gift?
Because it's so pretty. Nikki dropped this off. And I pretty much think I know what it is because Alicia opened hers. But I feel like this is the perfect time.
It's glass.
This is how you get a gift.
It's freedom. That's what it is. She packed freedom into that. It looks
Wait
like
a minute. Wait a minute.
freedom and joy.
Getting none. My birthday just passed.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Listen,
minute. Wait a
listen.
minute.
Let
Wait
me
a
tell you
minute. 20
something.
seconds time out.
Yes,
got that
go
gift 2
ahead
weeks
and
ago.
open that, Shelly. I have to share a quick story with you guys. You know, as we're getting older, I often think, you know, how are people going to remember me? And I play this game with myself like I'm a millionaire and I already took all my trips and I already bought all my stuff and I'm sitting home and it's just a regular Tuesday. What would I do? And I said, I would like to give people gifts to get them out of their comfort zone, to stretch their minds, because all relationships are based on the foundation of the relationship with yourself. And if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, you probably won't have good relationships with other people. And we have all kinds of sexual trauma just all in us and things we haven't dealt with. So I like to give people things that are fun. And I also like to give people things that, you know, are good for them. So as Shelly opens her gift, I got her a couple of gifts.
And then the rapper says peace on earth. So she giving me peace on earth. Let's see what this it's wrapped up there.
Well, actually, Shelly, that was just some leftover wrapping paper that I had at the particular time, but I like the color. So hopefully it will give you peace on earth.
Go ahead, Shelly, try it on. Try it on right now. Try it on.
The first one, calm down, it's okay.
All right, y'all.
Shelly.
I unwrapped the gift, and this is what it is.
Is that a double penetrating vibrator?
No, I didn't get Shelly a vibrator.
That's 11.5B12.
I don't exactly know what it is. It says orgasmic motor, no, butterfly kiss.
Oh.
That is a clit stimulator. It is a sucking vibrator. Nothing goes inside. It's a sucking stimulator. Something a little different. See, Shelly?
Wait a minute. You said what?
Send me one. I'm gonna have to give you my address.
I'm texting.
Listen, I sure will. I'm starting to get into the teaching. Most of the stuff that I did has been confound to couples. And now I'm trying to, you know, broaden my horizon and not just doing it 2 people at a time, because everybody truly is different and is individualized. But there's some general things we can do. So the first thing, Shelly, is I just wanted you to get to know yourself. And here's the thing. If I drop off a free gift at your door, my only request is, one, that you use it. And if you don't use it, you re-gift it to someone who you think that can. And just keep it going, but don't use it.
Don't even leave the house, do you?
Okay, you gotta make a choice.
All right, so so I'm even tongue tied. I'm so sorry, but will I use this? The thing is, out of all the other things that I have seen, as far as like, I think the last thing we got at one of the parties was a bullet or whatever. I probably won't put anything up there. If you're saying this stays on the outside.
Yeah.
If this stays on the outside, it's a little more. I may try it because it stays on the outside.
That's what I thought in mind with you, Shelly. See, I was thinking specifically of you when I got you that.
Wow, this is interesting. And I decided to save it, not even save it to open it today because we're talking about sex toys. I just think it's very beautifully wrapped. I love this. I love this whole thing. Now I'm going to open this.
It's not QVC. We talking about the toy.
It's a very nice toy. I definitely want one.
It's a beautiful wrap.
You said, Ebony, you said you want one?
I definitely
Ebony, if you contact me off of here.
Wait, hold on. Two things. I think David is saying something.
Can we have somebody demonstrate some of the things y'all talking about?
Yeah, try it on.
That's a whole different. That's a different
Listen,
show.
if you want to see somebody trying and demo, you need to follow me because I have those type of parties. This is not the arena for that.
Oh, yeah. That's who?
You have Ebony down here, the doctor who operates. Okay,
Yes.
this is what you contact
Demonstrate.
people for.
Hi.
Doctor, demonstrate.
The doctor will demonstrate. That's a totally different party.
Well,
I
if you
won't
need
be
a volunteer to come down with
I won't be
that,
demonstrating the toys with anybody except my mate in my bedroom.
I'm not demonstrating nothing, but here's the second toy or thing. It is.
It's safe. Now we have to have a conversation about that because that's a little more educational, and the doctor can probably talk more about Benoit balls. But we're talking about the wall and how you have to hold it, and it's a muscle and working that muscle.
So remember earlier.
Now, Shelly, those go inside of you. So first of all, you have to make sure that they're clean. It's not for sexual purposes at all. It's a muscle, and you have to be able to hold that muscle in for 20 seconds. That nice, it's a weighted ball, and then you release it. And you hold it.
You gotta hold the ball.
Release it.
Hold the ball.
Wait. So one goes up at a time?
Hey, you might can hold two. I don't know. I'm not that strong. One at a time. They come in different sizes. They come in different weights. And I just picked one. No specific reason. So if it's not big enough, you can get bigger ones. If it's too heavy, you get lighter ones. But again, I just guessed. Okay. Sorry, don't know.
So you placed it yourself up in where it's supposed to go, and you're supposed to hold on to it?
Absolutely. So remember earlier when I said you can train your body to do anything you want it to do? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what this is for. It'll put you in a mindset of Kegels or Yanni balls. In a sense, but what you're doing is you're holding your muscles tight and you're holding that weight. So when you drop that weight, your muscle will then tighten back up. It's to keep your girl very tight. It simulates being a virgin to men. And you definitely, especially the older you get, or maybe the more partners you have in life, you definitely want to try to keep your lady down, or you want to keep her tight as possible. Most of the time, we don't like loosey-gooseys, right? No, we want it to hold and fit tight like a glove to our man, or our mate. So those Yanni balls, and those are a really good tool if you don't do Kegels. And I believe if you're doing for maybe 20 minutes, that's about 500 Kegels, which is a really good amount to do. Kegels are simple though, easy, they're free. Those are my first suggestion. And if you haven't had sex in a while, obviously you're going to want to start with a smaller ball or start with the Kegels first, I would say. But it's definitely a way to train your muscles. It's a wonderful tool.
I have not had it, I have not, but I don't know if I would try this because I feel like it would get lost or something. What happens?
Get lost.
What happens? It will not get lost. Again, if you take them out, they are weighted. If anything, I'm just going to share a little story because I thought I was all that because I can pull that thing up. As soon as I put that ball in, and it was like, that thing just dropped to the floor. Like, oh my God, like I can't hold it anymore.
So basically, this could be a challenge. I like challenges. So you're saying the challenge in this is if I put this where it needs to go and I hold it, that means I'm challenging myself to be better, right?
You're working a muscle. Think about it like a weight. It's a weight. So 20 seconds, 5 seconds, you hold it. Then you let it go. You put it back in there.
Use balls and use them balls.
Just like you work your arms. You work your legs. Now you're going to work your JJ muscle.
I'm mad she thought she could lose it. Like, where would it go?
I don't know. It could go all the way up or something.
What you would do is you would take some pepper and you would put the pepper under your nose and make yourself sneeze. If a condom gets stuck in your vagina, a Yanni ball gets stuck in your vagina, if you make yourself sneeze, it will fall to the bottom of your sphincter muscle and it'll come out. So don't worry about that. It will never get stuck.
But I didn't get lost. It was the wrong size.
The point was
no. The way that your vajayjay is shaped, like the only way I can think about it getting stuck is you put it up there, you lay it upside down, and you're trying to make it come out like a waterfall. I don't know. But like she said, if you have it in there and you sneeze, anything is coming out. That's why I don't know. Well, you've never been pregnant, but like with pregnant women, when you sneeze, you would pee. If you're older, older people, when you have that incognito, you cough, you sneeze, anything in there is coming out. It doesn't get
stuck. Lose a tire string on it. Just put a string on it.
I get it. All right, I understand you saying nothing. It can't get stuck. I mean, this is real thoughts. But you understand, I have never even used a tampon. I'm not really familiar with down there. Like I don't do those things. So I would understand trying it, but I can't even open it at this particular point. I've tried to open it.
Yeah, it's all taped up because they kept coming open, and I don't want those things falling out. So when I get them, I tape them.
Oh, okay. Because I've been sitting here this whole time, like trying to get it open. It's not.
It's music. It's an instrument.
I would like to know if anybody minds sharing. Have you tried it? Would you try it? And I'm gonna start up at the top, Vicky.
No,
No.
I don't know. I mean, I want to strengthen it up. I'm 53 years old. I might need to strengthen things up. I think about it.
You think about it? Okay. Antoinette, have you tried it? Would you try it?
No, I haven't tried it, and I'm down to try anything.
Hey,
we like that.
What I'm talking about.
If you live, okay, if you lived closer, she would have put one on your doorstep too. You just don't live.
I don't know where you live. I see all these beautiful pictures, but I just don't know where you live.
You don't live close enough to do a random. She lives close enough to us that she was able
random
to.
drive-bys. Yeah,
you live a little too far. We can't random. Catrice, have you tried it? Would you try it?
No, and yes, I would try it though.
My girl, Catrice.
I said you don't live that far.
She lives. I don't know. She lives.
Nikki, I want the bullet. I want the bullet, and I want that one that I want to see what Shelly got.
You know what I want, Nikki? I want the panties with the vibrator and the remote control and somebody to wear it.
Excuse me. This is a perfect segue for DJ Smooth. He said we talking about toys, and he said with Shelly's permission, he wants to talk about his favorite toy. Is that okay?
That's fine.
He's a
Who's
guy.
his favorite toy?
Go ahead, Smooth.
Go ahead,
What's
Smooth.
up, y'all? All right, so check it out. My man just mentioned it, but let me tell you, you go on a date sometimes, and you've been on a date for a number of times. I got it.
You coming in on air because I can't see you.
Oh,
you got the screaming toy.
How's that?
Okay, there you go.
All right, so you go on a date. Sometimes you're just tired of it being in the movie thing, man. It just gets stale after a while. So sometimes you want to spice things up. You buy yourself one of these.
What is that?
Yeah, that's the
see that?
vibrating.
What is it?
That's it. That's the vibrating panty set that you were just talking about, Smooth.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
let me
get yourself
tell
a
you.
vibrating panty
I had
set,
an
and what that
experience a
does
long
is-
time ago with that, right?
Hold on.
Long time ago.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Get yourself one of those and you go out on a date. But here's the kick. You want to go out on a double date.
Yes, you've done this.
So you tell your woman, put these panties on, and you have this vibrator in the panties. And then you have this wonderful thing. It's like a Green Lantern ring. Let me see if I can see this.
Oh, it's a ring now.
Ah.
Oh, the one I had was with a remote control.
But here's the kick, right? We went out one time, threw them Jones on, and did not tell the other couple that we had them Jones on.
I was the guinea pig.
So you go out, and every once in a while, my wife would be talking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I got to get that out. Every once in a while, dancing, rocking out, you hit that little button, and the joint come on, and you just be like, and then she start practicing the robot on the floor for no reason.
That's exactly what happened with me, but she wore it to her birthday party. We had a birthday dinner.
You gotta get it out to a social setting.
Oh yeah, man! I leaned on that button. Oh my
Have
god!
any idea? And you just have fun with your woman. You know, you don't go get carried away. You don't want her to have a heart attack or fall down those steps. But you definitely want her to experience it at awkward times, mid-conversation or mid-move.
and you really just have a good time with that. And to me, that's my favorite toy.
Wait a minute, wait a minute,
That's what
wait a
I'm
minute.
talking about. Do it
Nikki-
come with
Also
somebody
one-
to wear it? I need somebody to wear it.
Nikki, you
There's
gotta
also one
unmute.
activated by the phone as well.
Nikki,
I'm gonna
unmute.
put it on Catrice.
Hold on for 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was muted.
No, I had to mute you because y'all in close proximity. It was echoing.
Okay.
So you're saying so you didn't mind being out there in the public setting going like this?
Well, what had happened was, what are you doing? Again, we're married. We always try and do new things. We were going out with another couple. We were just going out for drinks and dancing, no big thing. And he asked me would I wear them, and I did. Because when we wear them with us, it's fun. But we were other people. But the thing of it is, we didn't tell them that I had them on. And so I was acting very strange and weird to them. I remember being on the dance floor with this gentleman, and we were just dancing, and he caught me. I fell. I literally had an orgasm in this man's arm, and he didn't know what was going on. He thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack, and he had to walk me back to my seat. And when I got back there, I just punched my husband. Why did you do that? Like, I didn't think that that's what the night would bring. But we fast forward a year or two later with those friends, and we were talking about that night, and I told him what happened, and he was like, excuse my French, he was like, that's why I F's with y'all. Like, that's what was going on. Like, we didn't know what was going on. Like, why were you acting so strange? I thought you was sick and falling out. But no, we just did something fun, and we did something different.
No,
Every
be
time I
different.
wear them
Next time,
out,
put them
and
on
I
back.
forget to have them on. And then I'll just be in the mall, and then all of a sudden it's just like punch on your face. You know
Well,
I
I
was
need
trying to buy
those.
ice cream.
That sounds fun,
Nikki,
though.
I need those
He said,
things.
Ebony, would you try it? Ebony, would you try it?
I definitely would. It actually just sounds like a fun time, to be quite honest.
I know,
I don't
right?
care where I'm at. I would love to have an orgasm anywhere. So baby, press on. Press the
How much
That's
button.
what I thought too. But there are definitely times when you were just like, not now. And you just sitting there like,
How much are they?
$20.
$20.
Oh, I need some of them Jones,
That's
man. 'Cause, you know, I want to get going.
Listen, when I do my therapy sessions with people, especially couples, and the older couples, like if you've been together longer, I'm all about finding ways to have fun. I give them homework. We have fun things to do. We're going to be in this together forever together. We're going to have some fun. Not the same old dinner and a movie. Take one of these out on your next date. I guarantee you will have a great time.
What is it called again?
This particular brand is called My Sweet Screaming O.
My secret screaming O.
Excuse me, My Secret Screaming O. There are a lot of different brands. I have a couple of other brands, but for the price, for your price point and how much it works, and it runs on watch batteries, you get a few batteries, you can get some fun out of it. Now, of course, you can get things that are more expensive, and then you can get things that are less expensive. So I always try to start out with a good quality product that doesn't cost much. And if it's something that you like, then this is something you can get into, and you can go on to bigger and better things. But you just start out small. Like, hey, I can spend $50, $100 on a dinner like nothing. So why can't I spend $20, $25 on something new to try to spice up my relationship?
I like that because it's a ring, though. That's what really makes.
I definitely like that. So I had one more question. For the men, are there toys? And I see Lee down there, and I hope that's Lee that I want to ask this question too. Are there toys for men? Are they? I mean, men don't do anything. All things are for women. All these toys seem like. Is there?
Yeah,
anything
I
for
got
men?
one. I know a toy we use. Men. Personally, I personally prefer a cock ring, and I apologize, but that's kind of the technical name for it. And for me, I really enjoy ones that have the vibration on them, because they have rings that vibrate on your joint and make your shit, like, excuse me, your stuff really come to life. Like, it's just really feels good to have vibration on my balls. I mean, I can't That's a nice feeling.
It does feel good. Yeah.
It feels good, like vibrations feel right. So
don't it make your stuff come out like a milkshake?
What you mean? Nah, man, shut up. You stupid.
Yeah, I don't know about so men that are in there. I see Lee and I see random black guy. I don't know. Have you tried any toys? Which
Random. Listen, first of all, I'm gonna say this. I've been quiet for a minute because, first of all, we on the air, and I don't want nobody. Listen, y'all is off the hook. For real, I'm old school. I got two of the best toys that I've ever had my whole since puberty. The right and the left, so I'm good. Long as I got the right.
And sometimes all you need is just straight sex, straight missionary, straight masturbation.
No. Hold. I ain't say nothing about sex. I thought we just talking about, you know what I mean, me, myself, and I.
We're talking about sex toys and sex.
Well, it's still sex.
But I'm saying I don't need that. Yeah, I mean, no. When I'm with somebody, that's a whole up.
Right, so you're saying you don't like sex toys in the bed.
It's not a need.
No, I thought you was
talking about. Some of us are living our lives out of our wants. Like we've already covered our needs.
Yeah.
We got our needs met. We could do all of that.
Different strokes for different folks, man.
I got 10 years of meeting my needs.
All right,
now,
let me put it this way.
Go ahead.
Let me put it this way. Let me ask you this. Is that a fact or a belief?
That is a fact. I am living out of my wants and not out of my needs.
Expand yourself, bro. Like I said, I used to work in the adult entertainment industry. So, you know, I was around a little bit of everything. One of my best friends, like my sister, is an adult film star, you know, a very famous one. But so she was same way y'all took, she got everything. I don't touch nothing in her house because everything has a penis attached to it. I don't know. But I've had vibrating cock rings. I've had the vibrating tongue rings. I even used to have one of those little crane machines that had sex toys in it. So I used to sell the sex toys and have all that stuff too. So I mean, I like more sex toys geared towards the female, as far as myself personally, other than maybe a cock ring or something like that. But as far as for the female stuff, man, listen, I'm all in. I'm all in. You know.
But see, I thought we was talking about self-service. All right, my bad.
No, we talking about
no. Wait. Let me explain. Self-service is if you're single and you have no one, and we're trying to, you know, whether you're battling not having sex or you want to have sex. If you're single, you have to do solo. But if you're married, you want to.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother story. Yeah.
Wait. If you're married, you may want to introduce some things to keep it spicy, caliente, and everything like that. And I don't believe the conversation is off the hook. What I believe is if we opened our minds, and I'm only, like I said, I learned this from Nikki. If you open your mind, you can start feeling like this is things you need to do. Sometimes maybe people start cheating because they get bored and they don't have these conversations about how to add some spice to their relationship.
Yo, when you at the point where you're like, oh, now he's gonna turn me around. Okay, now he's gonna do me this way. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Right. You're done.
Like a pattern.
Yeah, you gotta break these patterns, man.
Geared towards women anyway.
But no, y'all misunderstand what I was saying. I was saying the whole time I was sitting here listening, it was off the hook, but I was muted the whole time because I'm actually learning something. Like, yo, okay.
I'm learning a whole lot. Stephen, you here? You finally here, Lee? Stephen Lee. What do you feel? What are your thoughts as a Christian man? What do you feel about sex toys, and not even just as a single person and bringing them into your relationship?
So
what's up, Eddie?
How you doing, Smooth? I've been here the whole entire time, y'all. This has been very intriguing.
I didn't catch on that it was you. I didn't catch on that it was you for a minute because I thought that Antoinette, because her last name is Lee too. So I'm like, oh, she signed on from another phone. So something made me start thinking it must be you. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I'm divorced and I have an ex-fiance. So that took about 14 years of my life, and through that 14 years, I learned a lot of things about myself, what I was willing to do, with what person I was willing to do it, especially with the cock ring. There's one that's not just for him, but it's for him and her. So, and this is more of a grinding motion to make sure both of you get the full extent, literally. And I that's the one that I like to deal with for the most part. For me, adding to myself, but for a woman, I've studied. I'm not propping a book up as something that I use, but a book that I just got back into, Urban Tantra again.
Yeah.
Just to enlighten myself again. I forgot the book a little bit, so I had to buy it again. It just opens your mind to new sexual ways to advance yourself, your thinking, and your ability to actually connect to the other person that you're doing it with. Like the doctor said, you can't give it to everybody. It's not an everybody thing, but it definitely is a that person thing. And it needs to be a that person thing and that person's conversation. Because if you just speak it up on them, they're going to be like, oh, where did this come from? Make it more like, oh, I knew this was coming out. I was ready for it. So that's my thought on it. The sex toy.
My question is, because you come from a church background, your family's in the church and everything, why do you think they don't talk about this? Why do people think that it's a taboo thing or a bad thing? Because people are going to think, why is a Christian talking about this? Why don't they talk about this?
Because it's suppression. It's suppression. Suppression. Sexual suppression.
He's right. The Christian and Catholic Church have suppressed it in Victorian times, but before that, I don't want to get too deep into it. The Christian and the Catholic.
Deep, brother, get deep.
Go there.
Get deep. Come on, get deep. That's why you here.
I know where you're going.
Suppression written by men.
These sex toys was used during Christmas time and during all lewd acts that was happening during those times, and that's why the 25th of December is now the 25th of December the way Christians see it. But before that, these things have been documented in history as things that's been used. These instruments are not new; they're just revitalized and it's deep. I don't know. I've taken a lot of time to say it's deeper than I can really explain in a tenth of an episode. But Christians have always had a way of trying to control sexuality throughout the time. Christianity and Catholicism have had a way of trying to control sexuality. But
why?
You don't have to ask them.
No. Why is because sex is an urge, and it's seen as uncontrollable by anybody. So if you weed it out altogether, then there's no need to think about why would somebody do that. As a matter of fact, Kellogg, the great cereal that we eat, Dr. Kellogg, he was actually one of the people in Victorian times stopping women from being able to pleasure themselves. And if they were overly sexualized, then they would have sexual hysteria. That's the thing that he documented them with. And he would make them eat the Kellogg's that we eat. He would put it into a brick and make them chop it down. Like it's always been a way to try to stop us from being sexual, especially women. Seeing how women's sex drives continue to grow past where
Well, that came from, if we're talking about women's sex drive and women's desire for men, that came from the curse when Adam and Eve, it said that we will always want men. So that's part of the curse that came from Adam and Eve, that we will always have this desire for men. So that's why our sex drives are going through the roof.
Hey, look, I try to just keep mine up so I can keep mine up. I don't like to worry about y'all. Just keep mine up so I can keep mine up. So when I'm with the right one, I know exactly what to do and where to go.
Well, all right. When you're with the right one, do what to go. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I did not realize that was you until the last moment. I was like, that can't be Antoinette. But so Ebony is our doctor, and she's here from, like I said, from St. Louis. What are some things we can do to prepare ourselves for whatever we need to do? Because like I said, I'm personally chilling right now.
Well, I'm sorry, Shelly. What are things we can do to prepare for?
Prepare for our lives with the, you know, a mate, or should we be preparing? Do we have to prepare?
Yeah, you have to prepare. If you prepare or study for a test in order to pass it, then yeah, you have to prepare for your mate also. So you definitely want to get to know your mate. That's part of the studying right there. You want to make sure that you guys have clean, clear communication. So I shouldn't feel uncomfortable telling my mate anything. If I want to use sex toys, I should be able to convey that to him without no judgment. That's the type of chemistry and aura and vibe you guys need to have. Also, for Steve Lee, really, really quick, I have not ran into a lot of Christians that practice any form of tantra or sexual manifestation. So that's really awesome and really dope that you're reading that book. And I'm actually going to check that book out. I actually like that. But on another note, yeah, you do want to be prepared for anything. And the best way to do that is simply to get to know your mate. So don't rush to sex. That's just that. We're just good at that. We're gonna do that anyway. That's gonna happen anyway, right? It's gonna happen anyway. It's natural. A man and a woman, that's natural. So that's gonna happen anyway. Let's not rush to that. Let's get to know that other person first, because I guarantee you, as Nikki was saying earlier, that's gonna make the experience that much better. When you know that person, you vibe with that person, you connect with that person. The physical is just a step. It's just a part of it. It's so much more to sex. It does so much. It relieves depression. It relieves anxiety. It's so much more. You can manifest things while you're having an orgasm. So it's so much more than just the physical. So that's what I would say about it.
Awesome. So Nikki, when we talking about the whole sex toys, what are some of the things that you I mean, because you definitely you sell them, right? Is that what you do? You sell them?
Well, yes and no. I'm selling them more now since COVID. I've been selling a lot more than I usually do. But I actually talk about toys with my couples if I'm doing couples counseling. And it is appropriate because some of my couples have never really explored sexually. These are things that I suggest. These are things that I give out as rewards when they reach certain milestones and goals in therapy, just so they can start exploring. My book, Explore, Express, Expand, it's all about exploring and finding out what you like and what you don't like. Don't let someone else tell you what you like in your bed. You're the only one that can judge that, and you only need to care about the person or persons in your bed with you. Anybody else, it's like everyone has an opinion. Doesn't think, no, do you? Now, if you don't like anal because you tried it and you don't, I'll show you someone who loves it.
Yeah.
It's different.
They, that's all a personal preference. I believe, Ebony, I think you had a show about that, didn't you? Recently?
I did. I had Kiwan of the St. Lunatics on my show one week, and we talked about all things anal. So we talked about rimming, which is pleasuring the anus with your tongue. We talked about sex toys, the anal bead. We talked about anal sex. We talked about lubricants. So it really does come down to your preference and what you're willing to try with your mate. Do you feel comfortable? Do you trust your mate enough to try these things with them? But yeah, all things anal was a great episode.
Oh, have you had more glass for you? Yeah.
What is that?
That's the glass for the Dookie Love.
I have not tried glass.
This is glass. Now, this is one time when I think there's something small and smooth. Anything going up there needs to be smooth. Yes, glass. Again, glass is nice because of temperature. You can change the temperature.
Wait. So that was made for the backside?
Yes, it was. This was made for the backside.
It's a little too big, huh?
Wait, no, not even just that. I mean, my arms are short. How the heck are you what are you doing? How are you getting it up?
Yes, exactly. Yep, just what you just
slowly.
Did. Shelly, that's another class. I could probably think of 6 or 7 different ways you can do this. But that's another show, another time. Okay? We can
You
talk
gotta be
about that.
Kelly, you got to think about it
You
like when
can
you open a
schedule
bottle
a
of wine and you
session
got
with
to close
me.
it back.
Listen, you can schedule a toy session with me, and I can show you anything you want. A private
Training.
session.
It's a training.
It's a training in your home, and you can learn about these things.
And you don't have to take off your clothes. You can keep your clothes on, girl.
Keep them on, take them off. I'm a professional. Okay, talk to the doctor. Again, it's new for me that I'm going into groups, but I'm used to dealing with couples. Again, we got to get into this thing. We got to make it real. We got to talk about those insecurities.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. And I normally my mind would have had a closed mind, but I do believe that couples should think about this thing, because one day a lot of us want, not all of us, I can't say on totality, a lot of us want to be a couple one day, or we want to be married. And I feel like if you have these discussions now, it'll help you later. So
watch this, Shelly. Some people don't even desire to be single or desire to be a couple. They desire to be a throuple. They desire to have a poly relationship.
Yeah.
Again, you have to start thinking differently when it comes to sex. There are so many different things that we just didn't know about. No one talked about it. No one said explore your sexuality. One thing, as I started to study more, that sexuality and spirituality go hand in hand. And that's something that I think the Western world tries to keep very far apart. But they're not. Put it this way, they don't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but like I said, you have to be able to be open to any of this. Like I said, this is like a whole class right here. We learning a whole lot more. You got more toys?
No, I'm putting these away. Oh, I had you opened your gift, but I did have a suck toy here because suck toys are becoming very popular these days.
Yeah.
Again, this was something I didn't even know about. It was just like, oh, someone told me. I'm of the age now that new toys and new things. Just like I had the pleasure of seeing a real live sex doll. Like, wow, I know I've seen it on TV, but they are really
seem so realistic. Yeah.
A real live sex doll. So do you have any of them?
No, I do not. If I did, like, they're very expensive. You order those and you kind of custom make those.
Can I rent myself out as a live sex toy?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I work cheap, really cheap. It's super inexpensive.
I'm not in that arena yet.
That could be a thing. She might have some customers that could use a plus size sex toy.
Yup, you can. But again, that's not my area. I know they're out there, but I don't have much experience or know much about them. But there's almost anything you want now, sexually.
Yes.
There is, but would you try? I mean, I know that's not your thing, but would anybody try the real live sex toy?
No, I think that's pushing it. I mean, if you want somebody to fake it, you can get a woman to fake it. You can get a real woman to fake it.
Honestly, I would try one, but in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't want a doll. Like, if I really want a doll, I would probably have a person. Like, I have sex toys for me. I don't particularly like losing toys alone, per se, because I like intimacy more. So I would like to have a person. So to me, the doll wouldn't really, but I don't know. I might like it. I don't know. I haven't never tried it, but I'm thinking I'd rather have a person with toys to enhance people and not a fake person, if that makes sense.
I need reactions.
Huh?
Oh, dolls react now. They have facial expressions, noises. I'm like,
that
I
seems
see
like
it
a
on
borderline.
HBO. I see it on HBO, but still not. I need to.
It still ain't there.
Still not.
Listen. Until you see a real live sex doll in person and what $20,000 can buy you, all that is like, that's not even it. It's really scary. It makes me think that artificial intelligence is a lot closer than we think. And we won't be able to
$20,000 for one, you can go get a real one for 40.
What are you saying? What are you interrupting her saying again? What?
I'm saying it's $20,000. You get a real one for $40.
Oh,
I don't know. I cost more than $40,000. What you say, Spoon?
Well, you married. So
No, he said $40.
he
He said $40, but that's right.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say my car costs more than that alone, right?
But at least she gave us right. She said more than $40,000.
Yeah, but she married, so she don't have a price limit. She off the market.
Who said she's off the market?
She's married.
I think you missed it. Who said she's off the market?
All right, well, anyway.
She's married.
Oh, business been picked up in here.
Well, we got.
He don't understand. He don't hear it up.
No, I understand. I'm just going to tell you, you want to know my situation, you got to buy my book.
That's right. Buy the book. So let's talk about the courses that you have coming up, the training you have coming up. Nikki?
Yes. Once a month, I will be doing different types of trainings at my place. Again, I found me a wonderful co-host. This young lady was like, yo, you need to start getting this stuff out there to the masses. And I said, okay. And what we're talking about is the first series is called Simply Desire, because I think a lot of people don't even realize their own sexual potential, things that are just basic that you should just know about yourself. And there'll be different classes. And then we'll have, I'll call those entry level. Then we'll have Simply Forbidden. And those are some of the more complex sexual things, like I heard my sister say, sexual manifestation. You have to be on a whole nother level before you even talk about sexual manifestation. Did you know that having a sexual manifestation session for 1 hour is equal to 8 hours of meditation? But you have to learn how to do those things. You have to know your bodies. You're talking about ritualistic sex when you're talking about rituals. Yes, you can have a ritual when it comes to sex. People always think about sex and rituals and something about killing people and blood and no, not that. We're talking about sexual rituals. Then we have fetishes that people get into. So there are just layers to this. So once a month, I will be having a class, which we will have our VIPs, which you can buy a ticket to be at the event, maximum 10 people. We'll be doing things and demonstrating real live. And then we will have Zoom tickets available for you to watch and participate at home. Some people are all about, we need to do it in the comfort of our own home. And then we will have couples and real life people demoing it right there. So you will get a lot of information that just in time for the holidays. We're starting in October. We're starting off at 1 a month.
All right. I'm excited about the classes.
And I like the doctor. I think I'm going to have her. I'm going to talk to her a little bit and see which class she would like to take, because it's not always going to be me. Because as good as I think I am, I'm not a specialist at everything. I can't teach everything, but I like to hire people that know what they're talking about and be there and show my audience how we're going to get this thing right.
So wait a minute.
So Ebony,
is this virtual?
Wait, Ebony, hold on. I'll tell you that in a minute. Ebony, do you have a specific topic that you're well versed in, that you teach on, or do you teach on a wide range? What are some of the things that you teach on?
No, I have a more of a wide range of things. It's actually more or less what people are telling me or saying, hey, I want to know about this, or how can I do this? It's more of me researching that and then presenting that on my show every week to them. So it's more of the feedback I get from inboxes. They email me, they call me. So it's more of that type of situation. So I kind of like to dabble in a little bit of everything, or not even dabble in it. I like to learn about it. In a sense, so that's kind of where that gets.
Well, Dr. Ebony, you already have me impressed, because I'm already thinking how we can do this gargle. If you forgot the name, this gargle stuff. Or whatever you called it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I didn't know you gargle.
Yeah,
you can teach
that thing. Teach her that. Yeah, teach her that.
Teach her. Okay.
I'm just saying, so we can get together so you can actually teach that class, and we will have live people there.
Well, she's
And we
gonna have
can
to
learn
teach
it,
it.
people online.
She's gonna teach it over
Wait,
Zoom
I
because
gotta
she's in St. Louis.
She
Oh
can
no,
teach
she said she coming to Philly though.
it over Zoom in St. Louis, but we're going to have some people participating live in our live session. She just happens to be one of the Zoom, and we'll have people there for Zoom too.
So they'll
Wait a minute, wait,
actually
whoa. 20-second time out. Wait a minute. There's going to be live models?
Live
No,
people.
no.
Oh.
I would do it. I would use a sex toy. I wouldn't use a live model. No. But I'm definitely interested. So you can definitely get my contact information from Shelly, or you can email me at thedoctor@the operatingrooment.com. It'll be awesome. I would love to.
I'll definitely connect the two of you. But she wrote it down, but I'll definitely connect the two of you. But when she said she would do a
Hey,
live,
Shelly,
she didn't mean you
Shelly,
actually.
she also wants to be connected to Jay Monet. She needs her number as well. Nikki needs her number as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, Jay Monet. Yes.
Yeah, get connected, because again, if she tells us the operable thing that we want a toy, I'm going to talk to my people about what they feel most comfortable with, whether it's a cucumber, whether it's a toy, something that's the size of their mate, whatever they are. So when they come to the class, again, she's going to be teaching a class. All my classes aren't sitting down where we sit and write and take notes. No, we're going to learn. We're going to talk. So if you have a gag reflex right then, you're going to have the doctor right there that's going to talk you through that gag reflex. It's not a book.
Absolutely.
So what would be the if you don't use a toy, what would be something, a banana? Is that what you would use to, because that's
Guess what? You get to decide that, Shelly. What do you want to gag on during the session? I can't answer that for you. I know what works for me.
I don't know. I never tried it.
Being so scared.
I don't know what works. I never tried it.
So guess what? You might come to the table with 3 different things. I don't know what I'm going to like. I might try a banana. I might try a cucumber. I might try a toy. I don't know. I might try this ice cream cone. I don't know. That's between you, yourself, and I.
Go to the grocery store and go to the cucumber section and pick out a nice size for you.
Whichever one, you're more comfortable with. Pick out a smaller size if you have a gag reflex to practice on. You don't want to start off with anything too big, because again, you are going to have to practice.
And
So
it's worthy practice.
I will give you guys the information. We're moving forward with this because there's a lot of misinformation going around. And again, this generation has a whole lot of information, but not a lot of practical application. And I'm all about, we're going to learn this for real, for real.
All
right. I'm 100% behind. I believe that there should be classes. I believe that maybe this will help marriages. I believe that why not go learn something so you can please your husband when you get your husband, for those that don't have a husband.
So this is a plus side for me for Zoom, because I'm able to teach these classes over virtually, but everyone can be in the privacy of their own home too. Because I guess if you're home, I don't know what you're practicing on at that particular point. You turn your camera off. I don't know, but you actually learning something.
I think it'll be very successful, especially you might have the ones that are there, but the ones over Zoom, if you could be in your own home and you could turn that camera off and you
say, be so comfortable. Yeah.
Guys, and you be like, listen, come on, let's do this gag thing. Let's do this gargle thing.
Like intellectual porn.
Demonstrate.
You missed it, David. Did you hear that Nikki's going to have trainings once a month?
Oh, okay. That's what we're talking about.
I might have 2 next month, because my friend in the BDSM, he wants me to do something next month. And I also have a cowgirl demonstration coming up, and they want to do next month. So I don't know.
Well, we just gotta plan it. This not right now. We just need to plan it, and I wish we had a date that we could tell everybody. But if you want more information, follow Nikki Felts on Instagram at Nikki Felts. On Facebook, Nikki Felts is NIKIFELTS. Make sure you follow her, Nikki Felts, on Instagram all over the world. Because wherever you are in the world, you can be a part of this. So make sure you follow her on Instagram at Nikki Felts, and make sure you follow Ebony. Go ahead and give your information, Ebony.
Yes, Ebony, I'm impressed
Well, thank you. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody really calls me Ebony. I gave Shelly. You can call me Ebony, but I am the doctor. I am the doctor. Or you can say doc, or the doctor is okay with me. But we're all family here. It's fine. But no, you would call me the doctor, and you can reach me I'm on social media platforms. The Operating Room ENT. That's on Facebook or Instagram. Or you can go to my website, www.theoperatingrooment.com. You can shoot me an email, say, what's up, doc? I have a question for you, or what have you. Or you can email me directly at thedoctor@theoperatingrooment.com, and I'll be sure and answer all your questions.
That is amazing. I am so sorry, doctor. I am sorry. Absolutely, we want to call you the doctor and respect who you are.
That's right.
Because it was weird hearing it, though. I'm like, nobody calls me that except my mom. But it was weird hearing it. That's all. I'm just kidding, though. We're family, guys.
Yes, we are family. Yes, we St. Louis versus meets Philly. St. Louis meets Philly today. It's so amazing to be. I think I like the whole fact that we can reach out and be able to be in different areas. I'm curious, Vicky. I don't want to put you on the spot, but after all you've heard today, you've been married 20 years. Would you consider trying any of this? Would you consider the balls? Would you consider anything to? I'm even talking about the last thing we talked about, the gargle effect. Would you consider it? You married, you're allowed to. Biblically, you're allowed to do this. Would you try it? And you on mute, so come on, let me hear you, Vicky.
I've been listening to Nikki, and I'm sitting here like, oh my God. I don't know. I would have to discuss it with Will to see. We pretty plain people, but I've been listening to Nikki, and I've been going back and forth in my mind, like, I don't know, what should we do? I was going to ask, well, what should married couples who never even tried anything like that, what should the first thing we do? Should we have a discussion about it? And, so, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about doing things different because, we just straight up people. Do whatever.
Be comfortable.
Not whatever. We do plain same thing. So I've been thinking about it. So I'm going to have a discussion. Well, maybe we get and see what he's saying.
Okay, to answer your question, there are two ways.
Be in your comfort zone. What'd you say, Nikki?
I said to answer your question, there are two ways to do this. And you've been with your man so long, you know which one is better. You can have the discussion because he don't like surprises and you can plan it. Or you can be like, hey, we want to have date night. I want to do something. And you don't tell him. And then you do the date night and this is what it is. And see like, oh, now you know him. So you would pick which one you think is better.
Okay.
You gotta have a stage name. Vicky, make sure you got a stage name too.
A stage name?
Have a stage name.
He wants you to role play. That's what he's talking about.
Role play.
Okay.
But what about this? Doesn't she have to know? As far as certain things, doesn't she have to know whether she like it? Because what if she does something and it blows his ever-loving mind, and then he wants it all the time? Then what?
Yeah, I am with that.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
I was going to say, that's your marriage. Y'all done found something else to wear out. Every once in a while, after 30 years of together, we'll stumble upon a new position and like, oh, snap, I didn't know we could do that.
Exciting, right?
After 30 years, you're still stumbling upon positions?
He'll kill me, but I'm already, he only gets special favors Christmas and birthdays. His birthday and Christmas in the same month.
So guess what? Y'all gonna have some banging birthdays and Christmases.
Yes.
You're gonna be looking forward to it. My birthday coming.
You better add some spice, Vicky. You better add some more. I don't know. You better add some extra.
But you know what? A lot of times when couples are settled like that, you don't have to have spice every day. Like she said, we can have spice on his birthday or Christmas. Just pick a couple of times a year, and that's all you need.
And that'll last you until the next time. Absolutely.
Okay.
Would you be willing to come to one of her classes or be online for the classes?
I'm interested.
Let me ask you, Miss Vicky. I'm gonna put you on the spot now because you're just opening up. What is something you would be interested in learning about or doing with your husband?
Probably different moves. I don't know if we'd be into the toys thing, but different moves, different ways, different, I don't know.
Your flexibility range, maybe how to move your body.
Yeah, how to move my body, how to do things, how to move my legs while I don't catch Charlie horses all the time.
You know what?
what's
Why
good
do
for
we
that?
catch Charlie horses? I mean, I really want to know this. Doctor, please tell me, why do we catch Charlie horses during that time?
I
Because
don't
you
know.
don't
It's because
stretch.
your muscles are.
You gotta
are tight up,
stretch
but
before
if
sex. You gotta stretch
I
before
was going to
sex.
say that you
Eat
should,
bananas,
you should definitely
potassium.
be doing some form of yoga. If you're worried about that, do some forms of yoga. That actually helps. And make sure you eat a banana right before you have sex. That actually helps because that potassium makes it so where it's a little bit harder for you to get a Charlie horse during sex. So eat a banana right before you have sex to decrease Charlie horses. And try a little bit of yoga.
Okay.
That was some great. That
Be
was some
well
great
hydrated.
information. Huh?
Water. A lot of times you also need to be
I
hydrated.
had 2 bottles. We're talking 2 bottles because I am deficient in water. Yeah. Yeah.
So
But I meant-
y'all don't
I
eat
meant- I
spicy
You
all the
definitely
time.
gotta
So
stay
when you get
hydrated. You definitely gotta stay hydrated.
It's one more thing. It's something called VO2 max. It's the amount of energy you put out versus the oxygen you have in. You get a Charlie horse because of the oxygen. So if you walk around a little bit and then you start walking up hills, you build your VO2 max in your legs, which gives you more oxygen, so you have less Charlie horses. That's coming from a runner.
It's called VO2.
Get on the treadmill for 15 minutes before you get it in. There you go. That's what he said.
You saying ongoing, you can build up yourself by going on hikes, but if you don't actually go ahead and do that, you can have a banana that will help that. Because I'm telling you, that is the craziest I have. When I was like, my God, what is this? What
Yeah.
has this happened to me?
It stops everything dead in its
It
tracks.
stops everything.
Right?
You gotta
It
take
is
stretch
horrible.
breaks.
I feel like
While you're having sex, you gotta take stretch
Nope.
breaks.
Yeah.
While you're
It's-
having
You gotta-
sex,
You gotta
take a
stretch it out.
second and stretch.
Never let it stop you. Keep going.
none of this stop.
no.
What?
No.
Gotta
It's
stretch.
don't.
Listen, I got to hear Charlie and nothing else jumping on.
I don't stop. I just keep happening to me. I just keep going. Deal with the
No,
pain.
I'm sorry.
You had a
There's
good
no
Charlie
keep
horse.
going.
Ain't no let.
Going.
But what I'm
Ain't no
going
let.
Mendel, what
It
Mendel,
was
you
it's
have
4
Charlie
o'clock.
to keep going.
I fall all the way out.
It's 4 o'clock. We can keep going, but I think we have to sign off from the radio. Hey, everybody, this is Single on a Saturday Night right here on the grownfolksradio.com. We're going to keep the conversation going, but I know it's 4 o'clock and the radio is our time, right? Am I right, Kid Disco? It is our time.
No, actually, you got time.
Oh, okay. I thought we were signing off.
No, I didn't say nothing. Did I say anything? I'm sitting here listening and learning.
He's
Oh,
listening.
Go back there taking notes. That's what he's doing. He's like, let me sit
Pretty
here
much.
and take a note.
Pretty much. When the last time you know me to be this quiet, Nikki?
I have not known you to be this quiet. I literally am.
He got that church socks and that lotion over there.
Notebook. That's good. He got his notebook out. That's good.
Hey.
I'm ready to go stretch and stuff.